Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. In the last chapter, we saw when Vedavyasa sat unsatisfied with his work, Narad Rishi visited his hermitage. Narada said, "O sage Vyasa, I hope your physical self and your mental self are satisfied in themselves. I am sure all that you wanted to know has been fully realized since you produced the most wonderful Mahabharata which deals with dharma, but still you look like you had not yet realized the object of your life." Sage Vyasa replied, "All that you said about me is true, yet my soul finds no satisfaction. You know all hidden truths and go about all the three worlds even as the sun does, and moving within all like vital air. You can read the minds of all. So, hey Devarshi, please point out to me my great deficiency." To this Narada replied, "You have failed to sing adequately the stainless glory of the Lord. I consider that wisdom to be deficient. Like you have described all the four Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, so elaborately in Mahabharata, in that detail you have not so fully described the glory of Bhagavan Vasudeva." A speaker who uses full of figurative expressions with lot of intelligent jugglery of words but never utters the praises of Sri Hari, that speech sounds attractive and interesting to only worldly men who wallows in the pleasures of sense. He says it's similar to a pit that contains dirty remnants of food people drop and the crows come and peck at it. But Hamsas, swans that live in Manasarovar lake, they never come and eat such food. So similarly, devotees who have taken shelter in the lotus feet of the Lord never take delight in such speech which is devoid of Harinam. On the other hand, that composition which though faulty in diction or faulty grammar consists of verses containing the name of the immortal Lord, it is such composition that pious men love to hear, sing and repeat to an audience. So, O Vyasa, with a concentrated mind, now recall the exploits of Sri Hari with a view to the liberation of the entire humanity. A person who has held the lotus feet of Sri Hari, even if he had neglected his own dharma, even if he dies at a stage when he is yet unripe in his devotion, no evil will befall on him. On the other hand, what purpose has been achieved by those who fail to worship God but are fully involved in their duties? Dear Vyasa, a servant of Lord Mukunda never returns to this world, consisting of birth and death like others. Recalling the joy of having embraced the Lord's lotus feet, he would not think of abandoning them, since he has tasted their sweetness. This universe is no other than the Lord, who is yet apart from it, being responsible for continuance, destruction and coming into being again. O Vyasa, you are ray of the highest person who has taken birth for the good of the world. So describe at full length the exploits and leelas of the Lord. Next, to inspire sage Vyasa more, Narada goes on to explain his previous birth in the previous kalpa. In his previous birth, Narada was born of a maidservant of Brahmanas who were well versed in the Vedas. While yet a boy, I was told to serve some yogis who were doing Chaturmasya Vrata. Now, Chaturmasya Vrata is observed for 4 months during rainy season when sadhus don't go out, stay at one place to do their puja, japa, etc. So Narada says, though a mere child, I was free from all childish frolics, was submissive, spoke little, and remained aloof from playthings. Though viewing all alike, the sages were very kind to me, as I did all kinds of services to them. With their consent, I ate once in 24 hours whatever was left in their dishes after they finished their meals, and was thereby cleansed of all the sins. Thus engaged in their service, I attained purity of mind. By the grace of those saints who were given to singing the Lord's praises, I would daily listen to that soul-ravishing stories of Sri Krishna. Even as I heard these stories with reverence, O dear Vyasa, step by step I developed an attraction for the Lord. My mind got firmly established in that Lord. In this way, throughout the rains and as well as in the coming autumn, I heard with attention thrice every day the holy praises of Sri Hari as they were sung by those sages, and then sprouted in my heart that devotion which eradicates the element of Rajas and Tamas. Through that wisdom, I came to know the glory of that Maya of Lord Vasudeva. O Vyasa, the same substance which contributes to a particular disease cannot directly counteract the disease, but when taken in a properly medicated form, it does cure the ailment. Similarly, all the activities of men ordinarily lead to transmigration, which is cycle of birth and death, but the same, when offered to the Lord, lose their binding character. So, O sage, recount the glories of the Almighty Lord, by hearing which even the wise reach the end of their quest for knowledge. Thus ends the 5th chapter, which is called Vyasa Narada Samvada. Hare Krishna.